You're watching Lookuptv. My name is Louis. That means it's time for the news. Tonight on Lookup News, Kindiki says security has been restored in the country. Governor Mwangaza up for impeachment yet again. Top Cohen's widow goes free. And Bungoma senatorial campaigns end. An IBC again to conduct the election. Shakes and moves in the education sector are far from over. Today, the government has announced that all students in grades 1 to 9 will be day schooling beginning the 1st of January next year. The announcement was made by Basic Education Principal Secretary Bailey Okipsang, who represented President Ruto in the official opening of the 18th Kenya Primary School Heads Association Annual General Meeting and Conference at the Sheikh Zayed Children Welfare Center in Mombasa.
I will be asking you as our head teachers to start verification of data of our schools. We would want to appreciate each and every of our 23,000 public schools so that we can know and be sure that each one of us has capacity to host the junior school. And where we think that we can share the responsibility with our neighboring school, let's say that. One thing I would want to appreciate also is that my officers at the ministry have informed me that almost 50% of your schools have produced a secondary school. And therefore, it will make it easy for us to share facilities. And such facilities would include our human resource. But the most critical facility is that we shall be socializing our children to basic science. We co-parent with teachers. We don't outsource parenting to teachers. And therefore, we must work together towards making our children acquire the values that we expect of them.
And one thing we'd like to say is that the teacher shortage is a reality in this country. We have a shortfall of 116,000 teachers. And we are happy that even before 100 days, His Excellency the President has directed we recruit 30,000 teachers. I hand the President and the government. I would like to reassure you, sir, that the Commission, as I am here, the entire system is in place, and by the close of the next 2 weeks, we will have advertised those posts because we have to align with the directive of the President.
That is an announcement, surely, of far-reaching concern, may even become part of discussion in a much-spoken-about meeting tomorrow. And ahead of this, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has now assured Azimio One Kenya leader Raila Odinga and his supporters of security during their anti-government consultation meeting. Speaking at his Harambee House office, Kindiki, however, warned the government will come down hard on anybody who breaks the law during the event.
Only one day after President William Ruto committed to provide security for the Azimio leader Raila Odinga and his supporters during their anti-government consultation meeting, which is expected to take place on Wednesday.
Nimemwambia Profesa Kindiki aulize hawa watu schedule ya maandamano ndio tuwapatie askari ya kuwachunga.
The Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki came out to clarify the position of the government on the same.
These activities and events must be unarmed. Anybody carrying all manner of arms, including rocks, stones, and other material that can hurt other people would be in violation of Article 37 and would be in violation of our Constitution.
Kindiki stated that should the demos be protected by the police, the participators must maintain peace and act in accordance with the Constitution.
Those who want to test what our resolve is can try to break the law. The same way we have done with the MAGAs of Nairobi. The same way we are ruthlessly pursuing the bandits in the north of our country. The same way we are engaged to ensure that we keep terrorists at bay is the same way we will ruthlessly deal with any Kenyan who wants to use the democratic space of our Constitution to interfere with the rights and freedoms of other Kenyans.
The CS, however, warned that the police are ready to ruthlessly deal with anyone who will participate in criminal act during the demos.
We in the security sector are not interested in the political discussions around the activities that are happening. We remain professional, focused, but extremely firm and ruthless with lawbreakers.
Kindiki also asked the Azimio coalition to share their demos or meeting schedules for the security purposes. The Azimio coalition earlier declared to begin anti-government consultation meeting, citing what they termed as bad leadership by President William Ruto, following the process to remove 4 IEBC commissioners from office. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has stated that even as the ministry will be protecting the rights of those who will be holding demonstration, the ministry will also be protecting the rights of those who have different opinion. Reporting for Lookuptv from Harambee House in Nairobi, my name is Shadrach Kareria.
Freedom of speech versus the law. Tomorrow, the Constitution will be tested fiercely as we now see what will happen when constitutional space is up against power. And this is also happening in Meru County, where the Assembly Minority Whip Dennis Kyogora has filed a fresh notice of motion for the impeachment, yet again, of Governor Kawira Mwangaza. Kyogora says the motion will be there within the next 7 days, and they are determined to get her out this time.
The standoff between MCAs and the battled Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza has seen each side maintain a hard stance until recently when the governor climbed down and made a public apology. The Meru County Assembly has, however, tabled a second-leg notice of motion for impeachment to send the governor packing.
We were tabling the motion today. It is because we have a dictatorial government that is not even allowing us to oversight, because it is our role and it is our duty.
In the list of pledgings, the MCAs accused the governor of being untrustworthy and disrespectful to the county assembly, while the governor has fingered the ward representatives for attempting to lure her into breaking the law by establishing the Ward Development Fund. Some of the accusations leveled against the governor include nepotism, illegal appointments, and lawful dismissals, usurpation of constitutional and statutory functions, incitement, bullying, vilification, among others.
As engaged in multiple discreditable acts that severally and collectively amount to gross violation of the Constitution, gross violation of various national and county laws, gross abuse of various laws, abuse of office, and gross misconduct.
It's sad, Mr. Speaker, that even staff at the executive have been infected by these dictatorial tendencies.
Earlier, Speaker Ayub Bundi said while there is an opportunity for talks, the Assembly has the power to introduce fresh impeachment motions after the court barred debate on the first one where 68 out of 69 MCAs are supporting the move to impeach the governor.
The discreditable acts have exposed the office of the governor, the Assembly, and the leadership of the people of Meru County, and its leadership in the Meru County to national shame, embarrassment, ridicule, and disrepute.
According to the order paper for the morning sitting of December 6th, Abogeta West MCA Dennis Kyogora, who serves as the minority whip, is expected to give the 7-day notice for the impeachment debate. On Sunday, the head of state was dropped in the whole saga, but the big question that begs for an answer is, will she survive? Cecilia Lubanga, Lookuptv.
Thank you.
Meru County Government, you need to hurry up and get it together. There is work for you to do for the people of Meru. And politically, temperatures are not any better. We shall check on that later. Right now, the High Court has dismissed an objection by the family of murder tycoon Top Cohen against the prosecutor's decision to withdraw the case against his widow, Sarah Wairimu Cohen.
Daniel Ogembo, in his statement, indicated that the family's objections lacked merit and he was not convinced by their argument that the Director of Public Prosecutions acted in bad faith while deciding to withdraw the charges.
We want to welcome the decision of Justice Ogembo in Republic versus Sarah Wairimu Cohen and Peter Karanja Joroge, whereby the judge has upheld the nolle prosequi by the office of the ODPP. You remember that the nolle prosequi had been opposed by the victim's family, but the judge has allowed the nolle prosequi. This would mean that the accused persons are acquitted and discharged, and an inquest will be filed in the lower court, in the Chief Magistrate's Court.
Elsewhere, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has recovered land belonging to the Agricultural Development Corporation, worth 1 billion shillings in Dabibi, Nakuru County, with senior government officials on the spot over the land grabbing saga and are expected to be charged in court.
Land grabbing and asset recovery is enormous also. It's quite substantial. You know very well that the government set aside huge chunks of land, like here in Naivasha, for purposes of Kaliro and ADC land. And most of them are unused, or they are lying fallow. So mostly they attract the eye of those people who have the urge or the appetite to grab. So we have 2 parcels of land worth about 1 billion for the ADC land, which we have finalized the investigation, and we are about to file. We are in the process of filing the civil suits. And on the larger scale, generally the cases which we are investigating now, they are worth about 5 billion again within the region. That is Nakuru, Bomet, Baringo, Kericho, and Narok counties.
Former nominated MP David Ole Sankok has been put to task to explain a report he recorded with the police over threatening his former driver Raphael Jerome, who he accused of insulting him to the point of breaking his walking stick despite him being disabled.
Confirm that when this incident occurred, you did not report to any relative or even your bodyguard.
I did report.
Do you have the OB number here with you?
I didn't carry it, but I had given to my lawyer.
Yes. Can your lawyer produce it?
Your Honor, again, it's an objection. It's his responsibility to extract that OP from the police station, not my client, because he wanted to examine on it. Thank you.
Ian Keitani, Lookuptv.
We're going into a short break now. We'll come back with more news shortly.
So mimi nilikuwa mmoja wa timu kubwa ya Arsenal na ngojea mazao yake.
Na bila shaka mpenzi mtazamaji, ni awamu nyingine tena ya bunge la mwenyeji ambapo tunasikia tu maoni ya wenyeji hasa wananchi wa kawaida. Je, maoni ni yapi?
Anakwambia wananchi ndio kila kitu. Unaona dipsi na system ni wananchi. Unaona vile wamenyorosha watu bwana.
Tumeng'oa nanga kwenye bunge la mwenyeji.
So ile kitu nasema tunamuomba asituachilie.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Good to have you join us on Heart to Heart.
We bring you stories of people who, despite the pressures they experienced, still trusted God to see them through.
The seeds that was sown in me helped me navigate and overcome that period of my life.
New testimonies, new insights, and even better revelation of the good things God has in store for us.
There is always a blessing waiting for someone in every episode.
Campaigns to replace Speaker of the National Assembly Moses Wetangula as Bungoma Senator came to a close today in accordance with election laws and regulations. Moses Wetangula has led other Ford Kenya leaders for a while now, picking up support for Wafula Wakoli, while Kakamega Senator Boni Halwale has been drumming up support for UDA candidate Dan Wanyama. The Azimio Brigade campaigns was spearheaded by Eugene Wamalwa in what is shaping up as a hotly contested race between Ford Kenya, UDA, and Azimio. Henry Tende is following.
It was an eventful day in Bungoma County. Candidates eyeing the vacant senatorial seat crisscrossing the county in the last appeal to voters to vote in their preferred candidates. National Speaker Moses Wetangula and Didmas Baraza were in Webuye to drum up support for Ford Kenya candidate Wafula Wakoli. Wakoli expressing confidence he will deliver the seat back to the party.
I want to take this opportunity to encourage the voters of Bungoma to turn out in large numbers, determined to protect our forte, to protect our territory against the onslaughts of our adversaries.
Nyinyi mnakubali watu wa Bugoli? Mtapigia kura huyu kijana yetu huyu David Wafula Wakoli? Mtume yenu akikuja mwambie aende polepole, mmempigia kura akae hapo, mwambie wa viongozi wengi wa Bungoma wako nyuma ya David Wafula Wakoli.
The Ford Kenya party, which enjoys massive support in Bungoma, urging UDA candidate to bolt out of the race in support of Wakoli.
Tumesema kwa heshima ya uhusiano mwema wa Kenya Kwanza, hatujaweka candidate huko. Hatutaki pia kiti yetu ya Bungoma, heshima ambayo tuko naye katika Kenya Kwanza, tuletewe mtu wa chama ingine ya UDA yenye tumepea heshima huko. Tunataka mtupatie heshima pia.
The appeal, however, was not on the cards for President William Ruto's UDA party. Kakamega Senator Boni Halwale was in the county to urge residents to vote in UDA man former Bumula MP Mwambu Mabonga.
Kweli watu wa Bungoma, kuna mtu anaweza angusha Mheshimiwa Rais William Ruto kura 2027? Kunayo kweli? Sasa nyinyi mnataka kwenda kwa rais straight ama mnataka kupitia kwa mtu mjamzito? Tunaenda straight. Na wewe
Mwambu mkimpatia kura mtakuwa mmetuweka Waluya pamoja. Hata nafasi yenye Mheshimiwa Wetangula anafikiria siku za usoni, Mudavadi anafikiria, tutakuwa tumewapatia network ya kupata hiyo kitu. Lakini wakianza kupigana na Ruto saa hii 2032, wakati Ruto anatoka, ataachia wale ambao wamesimama.
The Azimio camp, led by former Defense CS Eugene Wamalwa, appealed on residents to vote in former Kandui MP Wafula Wamunyinyi, saying he has a wealth of experience to bring change in the national politics through mature debates in the Senate.
Munipe nafasi niwe seneta wenu tafadhali. Tembea na mimi kwa hii safari. Watu wa Bumula mtatembea na mimi. Mtanipatia nafasi hii. Muko tayari kwa hii safari? Nipe mkono ya hii safari. Watu wa Bungoma, watu wa Bumula, watu wa Kimaiti,
tarehe 8 mutatupa seneta wa Azimio aende achunge huyu gavana wa Kenya kwanza. Hapo tumekubaliana.
IEBC has scheduled Thursday the 8th of December as the day the voters will go to the polls to elect their next senator. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
When Bungoma is voting, the entire Western Province has to pay special attention. Separately, the Esperance Foundation, through its founder, Esperance Kaite Sihe, is calling on key stakeholders to support those in jail and their families to uplift conditions. The foundation focuses on women's empowerment and child development by providing critical services such as maternal health and psychosocial support in jail.
To help people in prison, because when you helped them and they learn from the prison, they come out and they help the community. Not only the community, but they also support the development of countries. We have seen it with a lot of people who came from the prisons. So that's why I'm calling upon governments in Africa. Let us really support the people who are in prison, not making it as a place of suffering. But if the government can get involved more, that place will be a classroom. People will learn, and then the government will benefit from those people who have been in prison and develop Africa. Somebody who has been in prison, either he has done bad or good, somebody can change, and he can change for the best. So let us give that opportunity for people to change for the best. So the human rights really is needed. They need to have a lot of pro bono lawyers who can go and get time, not only gaining money. There are people who cannot get money. Go there and listen to the population and help those people who are poor, who are in prison, and help them to say what they have done, if it's true or not. But at least reach out of them, because you know the law. But don't let a woman who has left her children out to be in a prison for 10 years or over, while she didn't even do anything. Even the one who has done something, because she cannot defend her case, why is she there? Can really the government help us and call upon the lawyers so we can have more lawyers, because people are suffering in prisons because they don't know a lot of time what they are there for.
Kenya National Innovation Agency, in association with the British High Commission, has organized the annual Kenya Innovation Week Expo in Nairobi. The expo is meant to bring exhibitors from different sectors together with prospective investors and clients, while also enhancing an entrepreneurship ecosystem. Edwin John Mokora reports.
Displaying their skills in innovating different products that help to solve different solutions or ease and work in agriculture, technology, manufacturing, beauty and cosmetics, food production and construction, the expo aims to enhance talents, assist in commercialization of products, and boost startup businesses.
So currently what we're exhibiting at the show this week is to demonstrate how our ingredients can be used in cosmetics. We developed a brand called Blue Barrel, which is based on ingredients from fermentation. And we've developed two products that are two serums. And we are hoping that the market in Kenya will support us and we'll be able to bring Blue Barrel to Kenya.
Some of the innovations like this corn preserver by Moi University that can preserve maize in a long time and away from moisture, being a reprieve for farmers, especially with the ravaging drought facing the country. Or to others, like this fruit gel that prolongs the life of fruits and keep parasites away.
And we thought to come up with solutions that can help farmers. Farmers typically undergo many challenges, especially when they harvest their crops, experience a lot of losses. Maize is a key crop that we produce in that region, and during the harvest we have had challenges of excess rainfall, and the challenge is always to dry. Many of our farmers still rely on sun drying. They buy tarpaulins, spread their maize out in the sun to dry. But when there's excess rainfall, then they have challenges.
We're here to exhibit our innovation, that is a biopreservative, which is used to
extend the shelf life of fruits. This biopreservative is safe and it can be used actually to lengthen the fruits that can go bad like after 4 days or 3 days. So it is a good innovation that can help Kenyan citizens, farmers, and even consumers at large.
These innovations are expected to bridge the unemployment gap facing many in the country and help in mitigating the effects of climate change like drought and food shortage by offering alternative methods of production.
Today I'm going to present the data center facility solutions, where we have UPSs, the fusion module, data center module itself, and also cooling solutions. These form the basic infrastructure for innovation, because this is where we house, we power, we cool, and make sure that all innovations are readily available for the use by the Kenyan population.
Edwin John Mokora, Lookuptv.